Hi, I'm Kay, Psychic Psychologist from the Galactic Federation Lightworker School. Today, I'd like to talk about how to get rid of entities, how it works, part 7. It's related to spiritual ego and arrogance. So, I'd like to talk about 2 or 3 cases, actual cases today. So a long time ago, I have done, I had my stand in a very small festival. Then next to me, there was a tarot reader sitting. But this tarot reader, he was kind of boasting how many years he was, doing a tarot reading, more than 20, 30 years, and then, how successful he was. But when I was, looking at his energy, when he was doing a tarot reading, he said he was connecting, angels, but, he wasn't connecting with angels. He was connecting with entities. Then in front of him, there were some, English women, lining up, queuing up to have a reading from him. But, he wasn't, speaking from angelic, mind, but he was, getting guidance or messages from entities. So, like we call this, spiritual, shapeshifters. So if, this is a very typical case. If someone is practicing, like psychic practice or psychic reading or, psychic healing or mediumship or anything, their ego is growing so much. So it's okay, they are confident, but they shouldn't be practicing from their spiritual egos or, like arrogance. Because how we become psychic or how we become a healer means not to develop or pamper our spiritual egos or arrogance, but we become we are offering services, and we become a tool to serve to the humanity and to the client. In this sense, if they are reading or doing a healing from how successful they are as a spiritual healer or a reader or psychic, and how like excellent psychic reader they are, again their reading is the quality is not good, and this spiritual ego is can be found everywhere. So you need to be careful if you are practicing psychic reading or tarot reading or mediumship or healer or Reiki healer, especially a Reiki master. I want you to have a look. What sort of training you had? Is it just a 1 day training or just a 2 day training? Or did you have like, 1 year proper training? Then if you had only like a couple of hours training, and then if you're calling yourself a Reiki master, well, you are psychic, I guess that you may need to have more training, because it's not only about skills, it's about consciousness. And developing our consciousness to serve to the humanity, it takes longer than more than 1 day, more than 1 week, more than 1 month. It takes years. So even like for 5 years and 10 years, some people are, humble enough, they develop enough to, serve themselves, use themselves to serve to the humanity. But if their spiritual ego is very strong, their reading is quite egoistical reading, they can't be really do a reading like based on a person-centered reading. They are reading from how excellent they are as a psychic reader. Then good example is one of the psychic readers. Actually, he's a psychic tarot reader. It's about 1 year ago. I was in London and I had time and thought about maybe I can have a tarot reading somewhere. Then, I just wanted to have a reading, and I know, a couple of good readers. Then I gave a call, and then this person was completely new to me. But, when I was speaking, when I was booking session with a receptionist, the, vibration was good. So, I just made a booking. Then I went to this tarot reading session, and he had 20 years of experiences, mid 40s and 45 or 40 something years old. Vibration was quite high. Then he wasn't, egoistical, and he was quite, experienced tarot reader, but very much a person-centered reading he provided for me. So he listened to me well, and then he wasn't, like giving a egoistical reading. In another word, how fantastic I am as a psychic reader. Okay, so this is a spiritual ego, just one of the examples. So spiritual ego and arrogance is there, especially if people learn healing and reading more than 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years, and practicing it 20 years and 30 years. They need to become humble. If they are, like a very genuine spiritual healer or psychic reader, or tarot reader, if they, serve more and more to other people, they become humble. But if they are becoming arrogant, and if they are developing their spiritual ego, how fantastic I am, they are not really a genuine spiritual healer or spiritual psychic. So all of us, we need to be humble enough, and then we need to be able to see how, egoistical we are, especially, like spiritual ego and spiritual arrogance. Even if we know, and even if we learn how, spiritual things, but if we are not practicing it, it doesn't mean anything. And we need to learn how to be humble, how to be humbly serving to other humanities, and how to listen to other people, not to be, forcing or giving impression or trying to convince how fantastic you are as a spiritual person. That's not really spiritual, genuine spiritual things. Okay. So if you have any problems, sometimes I receive telephone calls or emails. They are learning from they learned in other schools, but they have issues because sometimes they're sexually harassed, or like power harassment, or code of conduct is violated. So if you have any problems, you can come to me. And uk.gfls.co.uk is my website, and there are many menus, so you can have a look, and you can contact me by email or post your comment below. Okay, thank you for listening, and then have a good day. Thank you. Have a good day.